On behalf of the Premier, I seek unanimous consent to move the following motion without notice and put to an immediate vote without debate. That the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, as a long-standing friend of China, express concern with the current situation in Tibet and encourage the parties to engage in meaningful dialogue.
The Minister of Health has moved for consent to move the motion. Agreed?
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Member from Kitchener-Waterloo on a point of order.
Mr. Speaker, I would move that this motion be passed after we have had 10 minutes of discussion per party.
For debate, the member from Lanark, Frontenac, Lennox and Addington.
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. It's interesting to see that this motion be brought to the floor today after the secrecy and the deception of these junkets in the past.
Please, I just asked the member to use language that's parliamentary, and I'd ask that he withdraw the comment, please.
Withdraw the... But, Mr. Speaker, to pass a motion and call it a strong motion, there's nothing... This is a weak, fluffy motion of no importance whatsoever. To ask constructive dialogue to be engaged by the Communist Chinese Party with the people in Tibet as they bring tanks in, as they use batons and beat people, and this government asks for them to engage in constructive dialogue. You cannot have constructive dialogue, Mr. Speaker, when one side is so overwhelmingly powerful and the other side so overwhelmingly weak. When one side is willing to use force, when one side is using to use violence and has no regard and no respect for freedoms, for justice, for any of our democratic values. Mr. Speaker, there is an opportunity for all Western countries, all Western democracies, provincial or federal, to demand that Tibet and Tibetans be treated with respect and that their human rights be not just a privilege granted by the Communist Chinese Party. Mr. Speaker, for 50 years the world has sat back and watched oppression in Tibet and has done nothing. Mr. Speaker, our Western civilization has spoken out in the past against other countries who do not respect human rights. We spoke out against South Africa, against Rhodesia. We have spoken out against many oppressive regimes in the past, and we took action. Those actions turned into results and helped those people in those countries. We must take action now, for when those Olympics are over, China is not going to treat Tibetans any better than they're treating them today. You can be absolutely sure after the Olympics, the Chinese army and the security forces will take on Tibet with far more vigor than what we're seeing now. The spotlight, the world spotlight, is shining on the corruption and the violence of Tibet. We must shine the light brighter. We must not allow this oppression to continue. And I ask this House to take further steps to have the courage and not be fearful of China as a trading partner. Do not be fearful of China. Be a strong advocate for human rights and freedoms everywhere, for if we do not stand up and defend human rights in the free Western world, then who will? Thank you.
Thank you.